Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Christy, and I'm flying solo at the moment. So stick around, and you'll find out why. Hey guys, it's sad, I know. Joel's not with me for the grocery haul today. His restaurant is opening on Thursday, so he's super busy. Only has off Sunday this week, so we didn't want to spend the whole day grocery shopping on Sunday because we have something else in store, because it's our anniversary weekend and we have big plans. But anyway, so I am going into Walmart to grocery shop. I am going into Walmart to grocery shop by myself. Got my mask, and the phone that I'm recording on at the moment actually has the grocery list on it, because I make it all digital. I put it on Google Drive, and then I use that to make my list. And so because I can share Google Drive to my phone, then I have the list at all times. So no worrying about whether or not I lost the paper in the haul. All I gotta do is keep up with my phone. Okay, all right, so here we go. Okay guys, I am back from the grocery store, and I am going to show you what I got. If you have been with us more than a week, you know that last week we bought 2 weeks worth. So these were just really fill-in stuff. For some reason, Joel just can't get 2 bags of Cheetos on our 2-week grocery haul week. I think that might be because he thinks he would eat both bags in 1 week. I'm not sure. But anyway, if you are new to us, let me tell you that we are intuitive eaters. A lot of the stuff you'll see that I eat is fairly healthy, and you know, some of the things that Joel and our adult son that lives with us eats is maybe not so healthy. But we don't demonize food here, and considering Joel's health journey, which he has lost 40 pounds, ran 6 marathons, and was taken off of high blood pressure medicine, you know, it's hard to argue with success, right? So he doesn't always pick the healthiest things, but he believes in eating until he's hungry and stopping when he is full. So there you go. And I have that same opinion, but I do try to eat healthier things first. And if I still just need something that's a little sweet, then I'll eat that. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna show you the things that I got that was more mine, and then things that are Joel's and stuff like that, so you get a better idea of how we actually eat. Look at that price on that rotisserie chicken. Got it in the afternoon too. I thought they only had those deals first thing in the morning, but there you go. It's the traditional rotisserie chickens are about, they're not perfectly healthy because they do have some preservatives and natural flavoring in there, which is unnecessary. That's why I prefer to make a whole chicken, but for lunch, this is healthier than a lot of other options that you might could choose. So, I got that. I'll be pulling the chicken off the bone and then using it in kale salads, which as you see, I got some kale. This time I just got the bagged. I'm not a fan of using the bagged for kale salads just because by the time I pull all the little stems off of it, I don't feel like I have that much kale, but I'm going to give it a try. And I like the rainbow and that it's organic. And unfortunately, in this area, I have had trouble finding organic kale since we moved to Orlando. So I was like, let's give it a try. Let's see if that'll work. I got a zucchini because I put a zucchini, not a whole zucchini, but I put zucchini in every kale salad. I also make roasted chickpeas and put that in my kale salad. This is we still haven't had our tacos, but we will, I think it's tomorrow night, and I just need some tomatoes for it. I've already got some lettuce. I think that's good. I got an apple for my kale salad. I got bananas. I have bananas a half of a banana every day, and I put it on a piece of organic toast and with some organic peanut butter. And I was very pleased with the price on this organic peanut butter, and that it did not say that it has organic palm oil in it. So pretty good. I don't normally get a bag of sweet potatoes like this for steamers, but they didn't. The only sweet potatoes they had really did not look that good. That was loose. So I'm just going to open up this bag and make roasted sweet potatoes out of that. Now, I kind of got this creamer in the middle because Joel hasn't been able to find his powdered creamer for a while, and he's been using mine. So we've been going through it a little bit faster than normal, but that is why it's kind of in the middle. And that's like one of my, I treat myself with a little creamer in my coffee every morning. Other than that, a lot of the things I eat is like not very sweet at all. Okay, so here we go to Joel stuff. He gets snack packs every week. 2, he eats 1 every night. He gets a pack of bread every week for his breakfast. He eats sandwiches like that. And I guess I should say that when way back in our grocery hauls before we moved here, some of you, if you've been around, will remember that we used to get Cheetos and Fritos. Yep, there's the Cheetos. And then the Fritos went away. And he felt like he could lose a little weight if he dropped the Fritos and just have 1 bag of Cheetos instead of 2 bags of chips. And then when we moved here, he wasn't eating in his restaurant every day. But he didn't up his calorie, like he didn't up the amount of food he was eating. And so he dropped off a lot. He's down to below 160 at this point. And so he started getting the Oreos. And last week you might have said he got a huge pack of them. Well, this week I'm trying to cut him back down because the restaurant is opening this week. So he will go back to eating his lunch foods at work every day for free. So there's no reason for him to keep his calories up because he'll be eating restaurant food every day. So he should be able to, cutting back on that pack might help. And I also should have put these eggs over there. He is the primary egg eater in the house. I do eat them sometimes, but not every day. He has 1 every day. Or actually 2. He has 2 every day. The milk is something that we use for all kinds of recipes. I do put it in my coffee so that I don't feel like I need as much creamer. I just put a little bit of creamer and mostly milk. But that is used in recipes as well, so it's kind of everybody's. Look at that. Can you believe it? Do you see it? 67 cents per pound. This was not on my grocery list, but I was like, 67 cents per pound, I am going to get one. So there we go. We got that for future recipes. Garlic, just for random recipes. These red potatoes. We had something. No, that's not it. I don't know. I can't remember. I will put it up on the screen because I can't remember what the recipe is. And then this is for a potato beef casserole. And our son will be eating this for lunch foods. Again, he's like a college student. He sleeps, he stays up late, he sleeps in, and then when he finally comes in here and eats, he just wants something really quick. And he eats that, and then he eats a big dinner. And he gets a case of Cokes every 2 weeks. So in other words, this 1 box should last him for an entire week. And that is the whole haul. Today I wanted to show you how I food prep for kale salads. Now first what I do is I rinse off my chickpeas. I always use roasted chickpeas in my salad, and you just want to give it a good rinse so that you can get that outer peeling off of the chickpeas. I tend to batch cook instead of just prepping a big salad. I have all the ingredients separate. So I've also chopped up, that's probably about 2 sweet potatoes. That's avocado oil that I'm adding to the bowl. Pink Himalayan sea salt. And some black pepper. And garlic powder. And then you just give it a good toss. Then you just lay out a towel, and you're going to take the chickpeas out of the strainer and put that in the towel. And that way that you can make them drier, and it also, you can start pulling some of that peelings off of it. You're going to put your sweet potatoes on your sheet pan and spread those out. You don't want them on top of each other. You want them out on a single layer. And then your chickpeas, which is probably the most monotonous part of what I do with kale salads, because you have to pull all those peelings out of it. So I put a few bunches at a time, and I kind of rub them around in my hands, and that way the peeling comes off in my hands. But you still end up having to pick some up off the pan. So you do all that, and then you're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes. Actually, after you add your seasonings, which I'm going to do now. Avocado oil, sea salt, black pepper, garlic powder, chili powder, and paprika. And really, you can just play around with the spices. I prefer the chickpeas to be hot in my kale salad, but you don't have to use that much seasoning, or you can make it more like a ranch seasoning, whatever you want. So while that is in the oven, I take the kale out and I remove it from the stems. Now, I recorded this the week before, so this was when I had the bunch of kales. If you get the bagged kale, you're just going to have smaller little pieces to work with, but it's the same idea. You're pulling the leaves off of it. And you can always chop it up if you want to. I just do that so that I don't have the stems in my kale salad, because the stems in the kale salad is what makes it the most bitter, is going to be your stem. So you put it in a bowl and you rinse it, and I actually go through this process 2 or 3 times because I want to make sure I get all the dirt off of it. If you get the bagged kale, it may say already washed. I would probably still wash it at least once, but since this was bunch kale, it was not washed, so I do that 2, maybe 3 times. And like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that I get as much of the dirt off of it, because I mean, who wants to eat dirt in their food, right? So doing that is a good way to do it. If you have a big strainer, you would just be able to just keep rinsing. It would keep going through the bottom, but since I'm doing that in a bowl, it takes 2 or 3 times of me holding it up like that and getting everything out of it. So just let all the water out of it and do it again. And then after you're done with that, lay out some towels, and you're gonna put your kale out on the towels so that it can start drying. Now, if you have a salad spinner, which maybe one day I will, but we have a pretty small kitchen, so we have to keep it down to a minimum. You won't have to do that. Also, in between there was the 25 minutes was up, and so I stirred all the veggies around, put it back in for another 15 minutes, I think it is. And then I put the kale back in the bowl, And this time I'm not using avocado oil, I'm using extra virgin olive oil. And the reason why is because it has a very light taste. And then you just add salt and black pepper. And then you put your hands in there and you just start massaging it down, and basically you're wilting it. And it takes just probably about 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute to do that. And then because I batch cook everything, I just put them in dishes. And right now I don't have a big bowl that I can put in the refrigerator, so I had to do it that way. Now, I also add zucchini and carrots to my kale salad. So when I get the zucchini and carrots home, I always go ahead and cut the zucchini up and a couple of the carrots. I cut the zucchini into little matchsticks, or, you know, I'm not a professional chef, so I don't know what it's called, but I make them into little matchstick size zucchini strips. And then I take the carrots and I just cut them into little slices. Okay, so on the day that I'm gonna make it, I always throw a little chicken, zucchini, and carrots, plus some nutritional yeast and ginger, and then any other spices I might like to throw in there, into the skillet. And I just warm it up. Now, if you're working in an office and you don't have access to a kitchen, that's okay. Just warm the chicken up in a microwave and have the zucchini and carrots cold. Totally doable. It's just since I have the access to the stovetop, I go ahead and saute mine. And I add that plus some spinach. I dice up a half of an apple and add the chunks to the salad as well. I stir up the salad at that point. And you may think that is a pretty big salad, and you're right, it is. And usually I eat about half of it, and I save the rest for the next day. Okay, and then you're gonna put some lemon on it. Chickpeas. Stir it again and make sure that we have it mixed up good. And as you see, I had some left over and I put it in a container for the next day. Okay, and that is the whole haul and menu plan and a recipe that we hope you enjoyed. And also, again, just like we said last week, be sure to vote on what you want to see in our recipe of the week. And we will do our best to feature it in the week after. Okay, on Thursdays. And that is all for today. Be sure to check out one of the videos. It's probably floating around on the screen right now. And for the long run with Joel and Christy, I'm Christy, flying solo today. Talk to y'all later. Bye.